How we doing? It's Cowboy Crunk here, coming to you live from Kabul, Afghanistan. I'm here at Kaya Air Force Base, NATO base here in Kabul. Just giving you guys some updates. I will be doing a live stream or a video later today. I'm going to give you every update, the dates, every Twitter situation, all the everything from the time he walked into the locker room, the dates when things happened, the dates on certain deadlines, the dates on missing minicamp, the dates on tweets, everything he stated, everything that's happened between him and the Seahawks. I'll be breaking that down day by day later in a video. So I am live now. Sorry if there's you guys on here. It's kind of hard to see. It's really sunny out here, but I'm having lunch here, having lunch and a beer, relaxing. I'll be doing that later this evening. I did want to give you a short breakdown of what the video will entail. The video basically will entail, like I said, some of the dates, some of the scenarios, everything that happened. There's about 15 to 20 incidences that happened that I have recorded. I'll give you the dates on those. You guys can verify everything said. The scenario with the Seahawks, how he'll actually help the Cowboys. You know, he's a game player. He's a game breaker. As I said before, I've said it many times. There's two or three plays in every game that if we had Earl Thomas, two or three plays every game that wouldn't happen. One of them, and I'm going to show you the video on that, is the play against Kansas City. We had that play against Kansas City time where there was about, I think, 3 seconds or 8 seconds left. I'll run the video on. They had out in the flats to Hall. He took it to the house and basically made our defense look ridiculous. That is just one play that would not have happened if we had Earl Thomas. No way. So I'm going to break that down, give the dates and so forth. Want to see you guys there on the next video. Like I said, please like and subscribe to the channel. And the dates will include the day he walked into the locker room, the scenarios, the discussions back and forth between him and Earl Thomas, the situation in the draft, which the situation in the draft was really, really unique. 1 second, guys. I'm going to get up and got to hit my shisha here. Like I said, I'm having lunch. Got a beer coming here in a minute and having some lunch and some shisha here. Work also inside the civilian airport. So I'm at a Turkish restaurant having some kebabs, a salad, shisha, and just relaxing. But it's really going to be an enlightening video. If you put all of this together, you can tell Earl Thomas the holdout is because he wants to make a move. I think even if they offer him a trade, there's a possibility he shoots Dallas over the information, not on his trade. Even if they offer him an extension, I think there's a good possibility that Earl Thomas says, "Hey, I just got an offer. You guys match it, come up with a trade, and get me out of here." And the reason is, I know it's about money, but his money will go much longer in Texas. No state taxes. Housing, economies much cheaper in Dallas. It's where he wants to be. He's probably got 3 or 4 really strong years left. We've got a Super Bowl contending team. I really think he wants to make the move. I think that's part of the holdout, not just the money. Of course, that's, with him seeing Cam Chancellor retire and the injury, and some of the other players are gone. I seen a comment yesterday, which was actually a pretty good comment. They asked, why would you go to Dallas? One of the guys tweeted on his Instagram, excuse me, why would you go to Dallas? Did you see how they treated Des Bryant? And the Des Bryant situation's different. He's going to help our defense. And I think Des Bryant was an asset. We could have used him. He was great. But I think for our offense, we don't need that vocal presence with the direction the Cowboys are going. Dez is a great player. I think if he gets on the right team, his stats are going to light up again. I think he has the ability. I think just the offense is it's a different. We got a road grade offense, guys. We got those guys up front. The intention of our offense is give it to Dak. Let Dak and Dez run the offense, and not Dak and Dez, Dak and Zeke. I apologize, guys. I talk a little quick because I get excited doing this, but I love my Cowboys. Give the ball to let Dak and Zeke run the offense. Get behind that big offensive line, and that doesn't work with Dez. Dez is used to getting 10, 15 targets a game, and that's not where our offense is. So it frustrates Dez. And when Dez would not get those targets, of course it's upsetting, especially when we're not playing good. He was a passionate Cowboy. He really wanted to win. He had the intention of helping the team, and when it wasn't there, Dez wanted to do things a certain way. So that scenario, oh, look what they did to Dez. People are saying, look what they did to Dez. If we give, 13 million a year, 12 million a year, and match similar what Barry has, he's coming to Dallas, man. He's going to be happy. It's going to happen. The problem is Seattle could make an offer to him. The other scenario, they have contract rights to him. They could easily trade him to another team. If they get a good trade offer for him, he could end up anywhere. So he's got to play this right if he wants to come to Dallas. It's not just about money. Everybody's Dallas, Seattle, Dallas, Seattle. Another team could jump in. He's a good player. You guys seen that happen to Kawhi Leonard from Seattle, from San Antonio. That's a basketball move, I know, but contract negotiations are contract negotiations. Now, there are different things between the NBA and the NFL, but, I think what's going to happen is I think he's going to hold out during preseason, and I don't know how that works with his salary. If you guys know how that works with him missing preseason, throw that in the comments, because that's a big play on me, and I need to find that out. But if he misses preseason and we get some preseason games in, get that opportunity, I don't know. Do we have to make the season, or is Seattle going to push for that? We'll see. But you guys, please jump on my page. Please subscribe and hit the notification, the bell. That way you guys can get notified when my videos come out. I'm having a great time doing this. Like I said, I've only been doing about a week and a half, so I probably have about 40 football subscribers. My other subscribers are from my car stuff I used to do, and my motorcycle stuff. I've deleted most of that. But please, guys, jump on the channel. It's probably going to be a good 15, 20-minute video, but it's going to be very enlightening. Like I said, there's about 15 dates I need to take notes on, write everything down, get this together, and put out a really, really thorough video. It's basically a documentary on what Earl Thomas is going through, everything that's been said to him, everything he replied, everything that he said between the Cowboys back and forth. So it's going to be a real enlightening video. Can't wait for preseason to start. I'm on the Rico Gathers bandwagon. That's another whole nother story. I think we've got 4 tight ends. I think we're going to carry 4, because I think the 3 tight ends we got besides Rico are very good. We won't be able to place them on the practice team. So there's some scenarios there. Also, I want to end this video with Earl Thomas. I will slightly mention the quarterback lineup that we have behind Dak. There's too many Dak Dezes and Zeke's. It gets confusing sometimes. But there's a scenario with the backup quarterbacks that I think could play out, and that might help us, especially if we get a couple preseason games in before we can make the Earl Thomas trade, because we didn't carry 3 quarterbacks last year. They love Cooper Rush. Not sure why they picked up Mike White, but I'll go over that scenario later. I think like a 3rd round or a 4th round, even a 4th round and Mike White, or a 4th round and Cooper Rush. if the Cowboys aren't sold on him. A fourth round in Cooper Rush would save us our second round pick. It would probably make them happy because Seattle, if you look at their quarterback setup right now, they've got they've got Russell Wilson, who led them in receiving last year, and that really put a lot of strain on him. They have to have a good backup because they had a lot of situations last year that probably Russell Wilson maybe should have been on the field. Uh, and you know, when a quarterback runs like that, you get the opportunity for concussions. Not the opportunity. I want to say that in a positive way, a negative way. There's a possibility of things like that happening. Though, you got to have a good backup, and their backups. They have a seventh round that they took this year. It's a rookie, and they have an undrafted free agent that has never really produced for them at all. So they have no backup. And I don't understand why the Cowboys drafted a quarterback. To me, I think that's part of their plan. It might have even been talks in the draft because we passed on that second round draft pick when we got Connor Williams, and we didn't take him. And another thing that brings up a clue on that, Darwin James was still available at 17. When we picked at 19, Darwin James was sitting there, and we really needed a safety. And Darwin James should have been a top 10 pick. A lot of people were thinking he was top 10. He was sitting there at 17, and the Cowboys didn't make a move. And they took Connor Williams, which is a great pick. I think we needed him just as well. But I think our need was more at safety, because we had Fleming. We got Fleming prior to that. So my thing is, if we had Fleming, we could have played him there, but we still took Connor Williams. We didn't try to move up and get Darwin James. Or maybe they did. Now, that hasn't been released. The Cowboys haven't said anything about that. I'd love to be able to ask that question. But we didn't move up to get Darwin James. Is it because we planned on, working this out with Seattle and getting a little... If we get aggressive, we'll get aggressive at the last second. We're going to make an offer, I think. We're going to continue to talk back and forth with them. Seattle's negotiation is going to get softer and softer as this goes on, and especially the more that Earl Thomas decides to sit out. So if he sits out preseason, we get a couple games in, Rush plays, we say, hey, and one of those quarterbacks that just threw for 6 touchdowns, 600 yards, and no interceptions like Cooper Rush did last year. And that's what he did last year. And so I'm not understanding why. Maybe there was talks after that second round pick that Seattle said, well, if we could get a quarterback, or if we could get maybe Mike White was there, and maybe the Cowboys called, and all this is, but stuff like this happens. Maybe the Cowboys called, said, hey, we got a 5th round pick. If you were willing to make a trade, we could get you a quarterback in the 5th round. And let's see how he plays. He's going to play well for the Cowboys. You guys know we have an awesome line. We have a great running game. Relatively, no matter who's back there. Even with Morrison in the backfield and Smith, we did well. It's not Ezekiel Elliott, I understand. Those 3 games, out of the 3 games, or 3 of the games that Ezekiel Elliott was gone, we scored 7, 9, and 8 points. So the upgrade in the line was important. I think we got our running back. Can't wait to see Bo Scarborough hit the field. I'm big time on Rico Gathers. I think he's going to stretch those stick point where it's between Seattle and the Dallas Cowboys, I think. And I think that will happen. But like I said, please look for the video later today. Subscribe to the channel. And subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification. Hit the like button, please. I don't hit the like button on a lot of videos that I watch, and I apologize for that. But that's because YouTube is my way of watching music. So when I see a music video I like it, and then when I just go to my liked videos, and that's where I play my music over here. That's the only access I have to music. So I really appreciate the subscribers I've got recently. D. Will, some of the guys, don't take this for enough, and I'm going to go. I live over here, so I do this completely for. If I go to a game, I go to a game. If I make a video, when I get home, I'll be purchasing some equipment, microphones, and those things. I'll buy that out of my pocket. I'm very lucky where I work. My wife does great on her YouTube channel. And so my thing is set. I'm not, won't be asking for super chats, and nothing against that. I understand that those are guys that put in a lot of time and you know, microphones and stuff like that. I have a good job. My job will allow me to do that. I'm very lucky. So please, guys, take a hit, subscribe to videos, hit the bell, do all those things, and we will be tuning in later to get the live stream or the next video going on the updates for the Earl Thomas. Appreciate it, guys. Take care.